Hi everyone, this is Raymond Rofi with Blue Sky Bio. So in this video I want to show you how to create a custom healing abutment using the Crown and Bridge module in Blue Sky Plan. So there will be a number of scenarios where we are going to face something like this. This is a 5x10 Biomax implant, which for the position of the lingual concavity and the resorption of the facial plate, you're going to not be able to create a perfectly straight or prosthetically driven implant with a straight abutment. So in this case, let me just really quick change the abutment by going to right click, then replace, then abutment, and I'm going to show you just this. This will be a custom abutment and 15 millimeters angle is at 0, right? So this will be like my ideal prosthetic position. I will scroll down with my mouse the wheel so I can see that I am perfectly parallel. Here we are. Anyway, even though this is a very good prosthetic position, I'm very close to the lingual cortical. So what I do is we angle the implant and we right click on the implant and then replace abutment, select abutment, and this will choose the AAB JHNP. It's very important to mention that this will work only with the Blue Sky Bio as for now. If you guys are using another brand of implants, please always check with your reps. Tell them to send us the libraries. We're eager to place all the libraries that we can for the users, okay? And if you request this to be protected, okay, so just tell them and we will do it gladly. Okay, but for now we're going to use the Biomax angle abutment. This is a 15-degree angle abutment. Then we click yes, and we have now, as you can see, the prosthetic axis as well as the implant axis. Okay, so I'm just going to correct my prosthetic to be right at the central fossa. There you go. I like that. Probably I will. I want just to rotate a little bit my implant, maybe like this. Okay, great, perfect. So now what I'll do is I am going to the Crown and Bridge module. Okay, I check my wax up that it's good, my treatment plan that it's good, and then I'll go here on the top right. You'll have the modules, or you can easily go where it says module, then Crown and Bridge, or you can go to Advanced Crown and Bridge, or you can also click Alt plus N, and that will change you to the Crown and Bridge module. Okay, so once that you're in the Crown and Bridge module, we'll go to the Restoration Design panel, and we will create a crown on a tie base in a mandible. Here we will select all that we want. So basically here we will have a lower jaw, we have a crown, which was our wax up, we have the tie base, which is the tie base we decided, and we have as well an opposing. Okay, in this case the opposing doesn't have any occlusion, so I'll just neglect it for this time. Now I'll create the treatment plan. So the treatment plan is a series of steps. Basically, the first step on the treatment plan is to place the view of this green cylinder so you can see through it, and you can basically see, you can match these circles so you can match the insertion direction from the view, or insertion direction of the tie base, which that's the most important thing now. Once that you have that, you will click the set insertion direction from view, then you'll just click the two blue triangles, the two arrows, and click next. Once that we have that, then we'll go to the second step. The second step is just really easy. Is holding shift and the left mouse button to create to tell the software where our interproximal surfaces are. If for some reason we want to delete, is holding control key and then the left mouse button. Again, holding shift will add color, holding control will delete color, but everything it's control plus the left mouse button. Okay, I'm gonna delete these and I'm done. So I'm deleting everything that is on the occlusal surfaces because I don't want to confuse the software. So here is just on the interproximal. If I have a perfectly placed wax up, then I can even click where it says do not modify crown shape or placement. In this case, I want to show the functionality, so I will do that. Here, because of the insertion axis is like this insertion, however, what I'm going to do is I will hold shift and draw with my left mouse button. I will draw my emergence profile. Okay. There you go. Okay. So now we just draw the outline where you want. It's very important that you take care as well of the col or the where the papilla is, so you can create a natural contour. These are the critical spaces for the emergence profile. So basically what we're doing is creating the emergence profile that I want my crown to be with. Okay, good. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just click next, and then into the next step I am going to see my crown and my healing abutment, looking at my subcritical and critical contours of the portion of my restoration that will be tied from the crown to the tie base, right? So now you'll see the model transparent, and here you'll see a couple of blue notches that when you pass the cursor through, you can see them yellow. So at this point in time, you can just modify them with the left mouse button, or if you hold shift, you'll modify them all together. Okay, and basically that's the functionality. So here, let's say that you want to create a nice, okay, so now I feel good with this design. I'll just click next. All of these parameters, before I click next, all of these parameters, okay, are regarding basically the custom crown. Okay, the custom crown, how much will overlap with the crown margin, or the titanium base margin, how much will overlap here. So let me just change it so you can see the difference, and let me exaggerate it. This is the margin with the crown and the gingiva. Okay, you can see how it is concave or convex. You can see the margin at the titanium base, same thing, it's concave or convex. And as well the spacer, I always select the spacer. I like it at 0.2, 0.15, it's very good. And now you just click next. Remember that if you're going to use this, you're going to use this for your temporary and as well for your final restoration. So that's a very good advantage of using this software from this point, because now I can have my surgical guide, my crown, my healing abutment, and my final crown designed within the same platform software, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now I have my final design. Then I will select to smooth everything, so I can hold shift, and with my left mouse button I can change here the tool size with the bar and where it says tool size and as well the tool strength. I really like to go fast, so I adjust my tool strength to the maximum, and then holding shift and my central wheel, mouse wheel, and scrolling the mouse wheel, I will be able to increase or decrease the diameter of the tool. And then with my left mouse button, I will be able to smooth out everything, and that's my intention now. So I want all of the surfaces, I want them extremely smooth now, so I can have a good contour and I don't have any foot traps at all in the restoration. Okay, so now that I have this, I'll do that all around my margin, my gingival margin, and my emergence profile. And once that I have that, I'll check. Okay, so here for example, I do see something that I don't like. Here will be a foot trap. So what I do is I click the local deform tool. I create it slightly larger than the defect that it's all this hump. So basically I'm going to grab this guy and bring it in. If you've used Ceric or any other ExoCAD or 3Shape or any other CAD software, it will be exactly the same workflow. So here you can just change your positions and make small changes. The big difference is when you make small changes. So you can do this and change your perspective every single time that you make a small change. Okay, so you can have different perspectives and will make your life easier this way. Okay, good. So good. So now you can also create a larger, I would like definitely a larger interproximal surface. So I will again create my local deform tool. And now there you go. Okay, so I'm going to just grab my tools. There you go. If I want to change my interproximal surface, I just have to hold shift, left click with the mouse button, and I always like to have just a little bit protrusion to have a very tight contact. So you can adjust it clinically when you have the crown. And now, same thing on the other side, on the mesial. So I'm trying to do this video in real time, so by the time that you ask like how long does it take to create a crown and healing abutment and a surgical guide and design, you can just be precise on the time. Okay, and yeah, these expertise will come to you after the I don't know, maybe the second or third case. It's really easy to learn. And now here, there you go. I really feel comfortable with this one. Maybe it's just a little bit too wide. Good. You can use as well the local deform tool. You can use pretty much whatever it makes you feel comfortable using. Okay, so here, and there you go. Okay, so now I'm just smoothing out all the rest of the surfaces. There you go. Now I like what I'm seeing here. I just click smooth again, and that's it. This is my restoration. It might not be perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty acceptable. So you can always customize it as much as you want. Okay, good. So now And of course, if you have an opposing jaw, you can always bring the opposing jaw and modify everything here. Good. So what we're going to do now is we will, once that you're satisfied, you just click next, and that's it. So basically here you can also, if you select your crown, you have one tool that it's called the global geometry transform. For example, let's say that you want to bring this distal cusp and you want to move it, you can. Okay, so this will definitely give you more freedom within your designs. Good. Okay, so the very next step that we will do, I'm just going to relax the mesh because I think that I do like this tool. It just makes the triangles more even when you finish doing changes, and that's it. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a Boolean operation. This Boolean operation, it will be called an intersection between your D, which is design, stands for design mandibular custom crown, and your blue model, right, or the lower model. Now what we do is we just click applied, and you will see now a surface that will be the intersection between these two. So we'll go to the teeth surfaces, and you will see a couple of surfaces here. Let me just hide in the visibility. You can uncheck the model. You can as well uncheck the largest one, which will be the crown, and you will have a ton of different smaller STL files, right, or surfaces. So here you can check or uncheck, and all the rest you can just delete them. So here you can just delete all of them. Make sure that you don't delete the first three, and if you did, you can always go back. There you go. Okay, so now I have this is the crown, this is the emergence profile, there you go, this is gone. Okay, so now I have my custom healing abutment, which I will be able to print or mill or do whatever I want. And it has a lot of spacer for cement, so you can definitely make sure that it will fit. And that's it. Basically, what you need to do now is you need to go to the advanced module in the surgical plan, and then you'll just get your model in. So you go to the surfaces panel, show the lower model, then you'll go to the guide panel, draw a curve, hold shift with the left mouse button, and you will have now a surgical guide. So let me just put it out to the contralateral side. By the way, this is a model that came up from a CBCT scanner. So if by any chance you have a CBCT scanner but you do not have a desktop or an intraoral scanner, so what you can do is you can always take a CBCT of your model in order for bring this. I do suggest it only for surgical guides, not for any other appliances that will be like long-term intraorally because of the precision. So now I have my curve. I right click on the model, add windows. Okay, and let me just delete this one that it was before. So you can just add a window. You can position it on the incisal edge, covering a few spaces. Make it large so you can see. There you go. And now you can just click create surgical guide. So I don't know how long has been the video, and really sorry for all this. I hope it's not been boring, but now at the end of the video you will have a surgical guide. You'll have also a study model where you can try the surgical guide. You'll have a wax up model where you can see the tooth, how it will look, or you can use it for a temporary if you don't want to screw it down to the implant. You can also have the healing abutment, which you will be able to use on a tie base, and then you can just use a small dome of a resin or fermit or whatever, and then you will have as well your temporary design and your final crown design. So this is a pretty complete case, and I don't really know how long it is, the video, but I hope that this works for you guys. Oh, I forgot the drill report. As always, you have it here, and this is the Blue Sky Bio drill report. So I hope you liked the video, and any questions or comments, you're more than free to do them and ask us. Thank you. Bye-bye.